Go for it.
Okay. Hi. Brittany from Vessel Con. My question to you is, what is your biggest childhood fear? Like, what motivates you, what scares you, and motivates you in your roles?
Violence. It's very scary to me. And so I got very good at it. There you go.
Okay. Mark Corner, Nerd Bastard, over here. I got number 2, luckily. You've been doing a lot of conventions this year. I'm wondering, what have you, a lot of people experience fanboy moments when they first meet you. What's the fanboy moment that you've had with a personality or celebrity that you've met in the last couple of years going to conventions?
I don't have many of those, but Stan Lee is probably would be my top. You know who he is, right?
Oh, yeah. I had a really big fanboy moment with him a couple times.
Yeah, Stan Lee.
Question 3.
I actually answered a question. I'm getting better at this.
Hi, I'm Ashley from
Hi.
Get Ready Back.
Hi.
It's my birthday. But that's not my question. So I know you did some PSAs for the state of Illinois, and I just wondered, are you going to do any more, maybe for Georgia?
Well, Georgia will have to call me up and say hello, and would you like to do this? I like doing that kind of stuff, and it's really an important, it's just something that was very close to me, and I thought it was very important to try to do it and do it well. So hopefully, those kinds of things, if you convince one person to drive, responsibly, then you've done your job, and that's hopefully it'll be more than that, of course. Hopefully by the end of next year you'll see numbers change, but we're optimistic, so you never know. Thank you. Good question.
Thanks. Dave Solo, LockerNation.net. How are you, Mr. Rooker? Question: without the arrow, who wins in a fight, Yondu or Merle?
I think Yondu has other special powers, so Merle might have a problem with Yondu, as with most humans. I would think.
Next question. Hey, Super Carrier Convention Scenes, Walker Productions.
Right on.
Again, I just wanted to ask, with your extensive resume of playing villainous characters, how important is it to you that they have redeeming qualities? And which was your favorite to play outside of Guardians of the Galaxy or Walking?
It's not that important to me that they have redeeming qualities. I just play the role. The writers write it, and if they write in redeeming qualities, then the character has redeeming qualities. If they don't, then I do whatever I'm supposed to do. Kill, maim, burn, stuff like that.
And your favorite one was?
Between killing and maiming?
Next question. Hi, I'm Liz Parker, nationalfilms.com. I saw on your Facebook you're filming a new movie here in Atlanta. Can you talk about that?
The new movie is based on it's the Buddy Bolden story, a mystical account of Buddy Bolden, who is considered probably like the grandfather of jazz. He before ragtime was ragtime, he was blowing his horn and doing it in such a way that people would come and see him and dance and have a great time. He was a great musician, and that's what our story is about. It's a beautiful story. It's a sad story, and it needed to be told in some form or another. And it takes place in New Orleans, 1905 to 1930-ish. Pretty cool little movie.
Tim Anderson, culture.com. I want to know how Merle Dixon would have handled Terminus when he got there, if he got there, and had the governor not taken him out.
Merle's got the knife hand, so they probably would have taken it off him, But I don't know. Like everyone else, probably. When your back's against the wall and it's about to be the end, you do a lot of interesting things. So yeah, I think they played it right. I mean, I saw it, and I thought it was I'm like any other fan wondering, how are they going to get onto this? That's impossible, But, the filmmakers and TV and producers and writers and directors and actors always seem to find some way out. So, yeah, who knows, man? I come up with ideas on the day, on the spur of the moment type of thing. So, until I'm in the situation, I don't usually speculate too much about it.
Next question?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go you.
I just know, I thought I saw it. So you've been in Walking Dead and Guardians of the Galaxy, which were both comic adaptations. I was wondering if you, and by the way, I'm Tara, I'm from Nikki Fury. So I was wondering if you were a comic fan or if you read the comics at all.
I read the comics for The Walking Dead before, and then when I got, I was into them before, but I just sort of, I didn't like really read them, I'd read them and then I'd put them down and read some more and put them down. But when I got cast, I read all the way through. For Guardians of the Galaxy, I knew about Guardians of the Galaxy, and I had read it a long time ago, but once I got the project and I was going to play Yondu, I went back and revisited and refreshed my mind, and then I got told, stop reading those comics. Our piece is going to be a little bit different, and indeed it was. So, yeah, but I'm able to read and get certain ideas, and sometimes I try to throw in certain ideas. You don't have to play exactly. Sometimes it'll mess with your mind if you read some of this kind of material and then you're going into a movie that's completely different, or But my mind tends to. Some people will debate this with me, but I tend to be pretty pliable. Maybe, if you convince me otherwise. If you can convince me your way is better than my way, then I'll do your way. People ask me all the time which teams I like. I like the winning team. So, bam, convince me your way is better than my way, and I'll do it your way. If you can't convince me of that, then you got the wrong actor.
Next question?
As Justin from the Walking Naked podcast. This is a listener question. You've had some memorable fight scenes over the last decades. What was more fun, punching David Morrissey or Tom Cruise?
I much prefer being punched. I like just the opposite. I don't necessarily I like having the fight scenes, but I like being the person being punched, and because you get to do more. You're punching and kicking, you're just punching and kicking. But if you're getting punched and kicked, you got to sell it. The timing is very important and crucial. The timing is important and crucial for the aggressor as well. But it's harder. It's harder and more fun to play that other side. So that's kind of what I like. Like, for example, in Cliffhanger, when the cat kicked me for 16 hours straight. He kicked me for 16 hours straight, so I had to sell those. I had to sell a headbutt and all kinds of stuff. And that's really challenging and a lot of fun. And that's what I dig that. Yeah, good question.
You were from Jasper, Alabama, I read.
Yep.
My grandfather was from Jasper. I'm from Alabama, too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think being a native Southerner gives you an advantage on Walking Dead over, say, someone like Andrew Lincoln?
Being a native Southerner gives you a heads up in a lot of different things in life. Having to chop wood and use coal to heat your house and have coal oil lamps for your light and pumping water from a well and going outside in the middle of the night to use the bathroom sets you up for a lot of things in life. And so, yeah, you're right, it does.
I'm sorry, we gotta stop there.
All right, let's do one more and then we'll go. Who's up next? Go ahead, go for it.
Okay, I'm Chrissy. I will mention Dixon.com, and my question is for one of my members, Gerhard. If your character had died in season 3, how well do you think Merle would be fitting in with the rest of the cast? That's currently.
How well do you think the other cast would fit in with Merle?